Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 and the disaster save, which appears to go into its final stage as it feels, although I do have some concerns. Primarily, well, first of all, we are still taking a fair amount of losses in the Novgorod region due to enemy bombing, and that's just because there's a wild mix of enemy bombers in the skies, and they seem to be mostly out of... we got a rough mix of pretty much all of the Allied bombers, which is a good sign, because that means that we've got a couple of Soviet Union bombers here as well busy, but it means that at least, say, for example, the United States, which I would be much concerned about, don't have an awful lot of bombers up in the air. There are a lot of fighters concentrated here, however. So even though our fighters are just on intercept missions, we are taking significant losses in fighters. In fact, we're trading 2-to-1 at this point, and we are not actually shooting an awful lot down. We are disrupting a little bit the enemy bombing runs, but their fighter escorts are just too strong, and mostly we are downing things using AA. And some get shot down by the armored trains, but not an awful lot. I do need to get my production back on track, because right now we are extremely heavily focused on trains, just to get things back under control. I will probably remain on the armored trains for now. I'll kill the civilian line once we're reaching 100%, and then hopefully that's gonna be enough. We are also still constructing a defensive AA in the Novgorod region, but Eastern Poland, not an awful lot has been happening recently, so they are really focusing the bombing runs on Novgorod to support their ground offensive, I presume, and to wear down our troops here in this area. Now, that's the second problem that I have. The naval landings have gotten increasingly vicious and increasingly strong. So I've got concerns that we have a strategic weakness. So if you look at it, we have most of our troops now in central Sweden and Norway, and very, very little troops in this whole area. But because we're not controlling the Baltics, the Baltic Sea really, there is a massive strategic weakness, basically a soft underbelly all along this coast here. So if they are starting to hit us increasingly hard between Tallinn and Memel, or if they're launching massive invasions either along the Finnish coast or along the coast here, heck, even if they are starting to launch massive invasions in northern Norway, there's nothing we can do about this. Now, we are running out of manpower, as usual. We've got 36,000 in garrisons still, and we've got 30,000 actually tied up in the air at this point. But the problem is we need more troops, and we can't really get more troops. What we can do, however, is make the troops that we have a bit more powerful. So until we get to sorting this nonsense out over there, because lines have been mildly fractured in the wild assaults here, I think what I want to have eventually is divisions that can counterattack naval landings. So I want to strengthen the port guards and counter naval attacks. The other thing, these mechanized divisions here are under strength, and I think I've got one factory on mechanized. We are building a couple of flame tanks, which is nice, but I've got one factory on mechanized, and there's not an awful lot really happening. It's one per week, so we're never going to get that sorted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change, at least temporarily, how many of these? We've got 4 mechanized. We can change 2 of them into the assault divisions, these ones. That costs us 200 artillery, which we have a lot of, and a bit of support equipment. But we get 500 mechanized back, which should be enough to fill up the other 2. So we can do that already. So these two are now, hopefully, once their equipment arrives, a little bit more capable of counter pushing. The same goes with these well, they're technically mechanized divisions. So let's rename that, because they are not motorized divisions. There we go. Rename that. They don't have the best firepower. They have a decent amount of heart attack, so if we are facing tanks, then that's a thing. But these things got 200 attack, which is a soft attack, which isn't an awful lot. And mostly we'll be facing infantry. So they've got 800 defense is good, but 200 soft attack is a bit little compared to these. These got 300 soft attack and 500 defense. So what we can do is we can literally just give these guys they're 10 kilometers, so they're going to need motorized artillery. Let's put 2 motorized artillery in there. Now we're talking 300 soft attack, and that's going to cost us 144 trucks. We're running low on trucks and 144 total artillery. We are running a little low on trucks. I think we are. No, we're slightly positive, but our surplus on trucks is shrinking. But I think that we can afford that. So let's do that. That'll strengthen these a little bit. And we need to, what I'm thinking is to change some of these divisions over into regular divisions. So we do have, let's have a quick look. We do have this template here, which is sort of our regular infantry division, and this one is with engineer company. So these guys dug in should be able to hold reasonably well. Alternatively, we can always change them into the assault divisions and make them, which means that if they get pushed out, they have a much better possibility of pushing back in again, because the assault divisions are basically that, but with 3 artillery rather than 1. So maybe that's something we'll do, and we will see how far we can get. So like these divisions here, because we've been hit a lot along these lines here, and you don't actually need, well, we can reinforce always, but we've been hit a lot along these lines here, and I'm really concerned. We've seen big naval invasions. I'm really concerned that that they're going to break through with it, because if they're landing here with 10, 15 divisions, it's going to be really difficult to pull them back. We are a bit short on AA, but I can change all these divisions here into the assault divisions, as long as we have the equipment, and we've got the infantry equipment and the artillery. I think the bigger question is the manpower, really. So I definitely do want this one as well changed into regular assault division. I'd love to get them trained, but these 3 as well, I'm not going to be able to use paratroopers, because we are never going to get to the point of aerial superiority and being able to. I mean, I would need more transport planes as well to get across to Stockholm, and I think honestly we don't necessarily need to. We just need to take. I don't want to have to defend this whole coastline as well. I think we'll just push as far north as we need, as far south as we need to, and then we'll hold. So I don't really need these as paratrooper divisions, so I can change these into assault divisions as well, as long as I still have the equipment. Anti-air is going to be a little short, but we've got the artillery, and I will have to start. I will have to start actually letting it run. We're going to get these 2 exercise for now to get the equipment in. So that's 1, and in the north here we are. How are we looking here? We need 20 divisions. We've currently got 21, but we are not covering the southern areas here. So that means we need 30. That can't be right. There aren't 15 ports here. I'm just doing naval defense. How many ports are there? 1, 2, 3. How do I need 12 divisions to hold this area? There's one port here. 23, and we've got 21. Well, we'll do it like that first then. Maybe it's confused because it's overlapping. Okay, so we will need to let them get into positions for starters, and we need to finish up this this chaos here. So let us slow that right down, because I do want to make sure that we are reconnecting and that we're not losing our cavalry division here. So we are reconnecting from 2 lines. We're pushing these guys out to reconnect this assault division, and we can keep the momentum going here. This is an Italian bunch of Italian divisions that are attacking here, and we can try to support that attack for now. And here we've got the Marine divisions. So if we can break here and encircle these guys here, that would be good. They're currently attacking these Italian divisions here. So let's send the Marines over, and then they can help pushing. Here in the north, I've got a couple of divisions which have nothing to do. So you are going to go there. We'll delete all these. We'll delete these front lines here already. We are just going to wipe out these remaining divisions here. There we go. And here we are shrinking the area. So we're getting divisions onto the front lines. In fact, I might get you to just conquer the territory, and you are moving north. And you are attacking from all directions, and you can assist with the assault here. And these 4 divisions as well. That should be sufficient to wipe out these remaining troops here. And then we will need to start stationing troops here somewhere. There is a Dutch naval invasion that I think we are dealing with, so hopefully that's all right. We've got the 2 divisions here. You get back to Turku, please. That's the only naval invasion right now. Yes, we do have to be really, really cautious with the naval invasions here, because I feel like we're getting to the phase of the game, like it's 1946, where we're just gonna get hammered. I've seen this happening in past games. So let's get the equipment out for everybody, and then we'll see what the situation is, and then we'll have to station some troops along the lines here, because this is all undefended right now. But let's get this all sorted. And yes, okay, I want to. The other thing that we can do. This isn't helping. So we're going to pull our fighter wings. Where are we going to? Yes, we are going to bring. We're going to bring 1, 2, 3 fighter wings over here, and the other fighter wings over here to Königsberg. These guys are going to go for air superiority over the Baltic, and the other 3, which are very under strength, are going for air superiority over the upper Baltic, because there are a couple of Swedish naval bombers here, which are causing havoc with my submarines. So I would like my submarines to be able to train, and we'll get that happening. And that's not good if they are. I don't know how effective the submarines are going to be, but that's no good if we are going to. If we're not having the area superiority. So we do need to rebalance our production lines. I am going to get the... I'm thinking that if this is a sort of choke point, especially the lower Baltic, where we can't operate the submarines anyway, I'll hit them harder with naval bombers and see if we can catch invasion convoys before they reach the shores. So we are going to rebalance our production, and we're going to kill this. We want these guys up to 10 again, the naval bombers. And I'm going to kill this production line here. That gets us 6, and you take priority over the CAS wing, because honestly we've got a couple of CAS here. We're just producing some things. We've got 52 basic light flame tanks. Can we give the assault divisions a flame tank company, because that would give us attack bonuses on many areas, especially urban. How many tanks do we need for that? 255. Okay, so what we can do is we can duplicate this, and we just call that, we'll just call that B, and we're going to give these a slightly better call sign, and then we're going to give these the light flame tank company, and that gives us some really neat attack bonuses. Save that, and then we can start switching some of them over, preferably those that are currently engaged. So we switch you to the B variant. Where is it? There. 15 flame tanks. Okay, cool. So we can do 3 of those. So that's 1. And you as well get switched. That's 2. And we'll have 1 of you. You're the most experienced, so you get switched into light flame tank company as well. There we go. Okay, so I think now we just need to hang on. Naval bombers. I need to get my naval bombers out there again. The wings are replenished, so we're gonna get out the naval strikes in the lower Baltic in force. And we have very low air detection, so we will probably need. I'm not sure if that's necessary for its air detection. So I'm not sure that that's a problem for finding convoys. I don't know if that's impacting, but we'll see. We definitely want that happening. And okay, so that's a lot of setup. So let us continue here for now, and make sure that we are we're rescuing our cavalry division here. So everybody's moving into position there. Okay, we have reconnected the cavalry. They are instantly counterattacking, so we can actually stop here. What's our supply situation? Supply situation is not good. That's because Trondheim is disconnected, but I think we're about to connect Trondheim, and at that point it's going to get better. And we are not yet helping to engage. Oh, this is cross a river as well. Less than ideal. I think the Italian assault is going to falter before we can make anything happen here. Okay, let's see that we can hold this position. We're gonna get. Actually, we might need this division here first. These guys need to recover a little bit. Trondheim is now open. We can clean up the front lines a little. And there we go. That looks a bit better. Not you. There. Okay. And we'll reform this once everybody is in place. But how long is this going to take to get there? 2 days, and they're holding. There's a lot attacking. It's 2 divisions attacking. They should be able to hold this. Okay, and we are starting to attack. What are we attacking here? Submarines. Lots of submarines. Okay, not too concerned about submarines. I'd prefer if we were taking on convoys, and I think we are wiping out that Dutch division there. Yes. Okay, so we are pushing along here in the north, and I think we actually have them. So I think I'm already going to reorient my division south here and get you onto the lines. Okay, and we are now holding. And we're still getting attacked there. We're pushing these back. Good. And we are trying to still move the Marines across to hold that. These divisions here, have they been wiped? I think they have been overrun just now. So we're gonna get one of the mountain divisions just to clear that out, and then we'll move them over there. And the other mountain division can already move over here. Yeah. and everybody else can just, these guys can finish up there, but these divisions can already make their way onto the front lines. How many more divisions do we need to clean this? How much further do we need to go? Because I'm really concerned about the hinterland here being undefended. We have up to here, and Trøndelag. We're almost done with Trøndelag. We just need one more. We really just need one more tile here to clear out Trøndelag, and then we'll just hold here. There's no reason for us to push any further. But Norrland, we still need to do a bit more. We still need to get all the way up here. So that's our line here, just north of Stockholm. And that's where we need to push still. Okay. The Marines, once they are... This might be difficult to push through, but we'll see if we can make it and encircle a couple of divisions here. And then once the other divisions here are arriving in the lines, we'll resume the assault. I think the Mountaineers can deal with this pretty much, so I'm already... well, we'll sort it out. We get this division already south, because I need a bit more firepower in the southern front. And in fact, we might actually just give them front lines already. Is there anybody from the 1st Army involved in the north here? No, this is all just cleanup operations. So we've got two 1st Army divisions that we can already give a front line. We give them we have a beachhead here, sort of, so we'll give them a line here already, and your objective is to take, we'll add more divisions as we go. The objective is to take the positions there. Okay. These are submarines that we're damaging, and these are some destroyers that we're damaging. I'm more interested in in convoys really at this point. But okay, I think we've got everything sorted here. We should now have a railway connection. Yes, we've got a railway connection to Trondheim, which is perfect. Which means we can. We just need to clear up this encirclement in the north, and then we are in a good position to put every. To start thinking about where we are positioning counterattack divisions. How are we on logistics, especially artillery? I think we're good actually on artillery. Manpower is still acceptable, so these are all moving northwards to hold the ports. Yeah, these are all moving. I need somebody in the south here, so I'm gonna get you to move south already. And you as well to move south here. I'm gonna start switching some of you, although the equipment is still being delivered, I'm gonna start switching some of you over. We don't have the AA, but that's okay. I'm more keen on the equipment, on the other equipment here. So we're definitely gonna get, and we can see once we have enough of the assault divisions here. For example, Narva, you I want to change as well. Once we have enough of the assault divisions here, we can also just fall back. If we're short on infantry equipment, on artillery, we can fall back to the other ones. But I'd love to get more of these assault divisions out there. This one, we've got a pretty decent coverage here. Tallinn's got 3 already. We've already changed Riga. Leningrad tends to be coming under attack as well, so we'll change you too. And then we'll wait a little bit for the equipment to be delivered, because that is not, I think, instantaneous. Is it? Yeah, they're waiting for the equipment to be delivered, so we'll let them do that. And we keep a very, very close eye on naval invasions, because naval invasions are scaring me. But because we're also getting attacked by the Americans on land at this point, although that's the Germans. Are we not? Oh no, we are holding this position, but are we not having anybody here anymore? Worst case, we have to fall back from Germany, to be honest. I'm surprised that we're not holding and that we're not having any divisions there. This is Königsberg. This is, where are you stationed. This is this position here, and that position here makes sense as well. They need to dig in here. This one, these guys are positioned as counterattack, so we can actually already move them into the. This is Memo. Is this Memo? This is Memo. Yeah. So we can already. This position cannot be attacked, so we move them into Memo already. Okay. How's the air situation? Okay, we've got green air over the upper Baltic, so we should be able to get the submarines exercising. Yes, we are running submarine exercises, so that should be safe. And we now have the Marines here, which means we are holding, which means we can now start launch the... we've got still 2 First Army divisions here, so we can launch the counterattack as soon as these divisions are defeated, and they are. So let's see if we can push through here with the Marines. That might be tricky, but we can support it from the other side of the river, and we might be able to get through there. North. What's the north looking like? Trondheim position is not yet connected, because we're working on the railways. This up here is still ongoing, that battle. And another naval invasion. Yeah, that's Riga. So we've already got someone stationed on the other side of the river, and we've got Riga, but these divisions need to get... they're short of AA, but the rest should be there. They shouldn't be this much under strength. Fighting strength 47%. They should not be that under strength. Just they're waiting for manpower as well, right? That's why. Okay, this might take a couple of days, but we might just have to double down on Riga for now. Let's do that. Well, we'll stay and wait until they're actually launching. These are destroyers that we're damaging. Not that interesting. It's submarines we're doing some damage to. And we've got air superiority, but how's my air mission efficiency? 63%, but our detection range is pretty low. I'm not sure. I don't think that has anything to do with. We're getting. Which are these? American assaults again across the lines here. We also need to reinforce positions at times here. With fortifications once we are finished with everything else. Okay, this is almost done here. How's my equipment situation? Equipment situation looks okay. We've got plenty of artillery. I'm more keen to see these divisions actually having their manpower in place. I don't know what how long this is taking. So right now we are just working on that. Okay, these divisions are moving. Everyone else is on the move. This is almost done, and the Marines in the north. Just keeping an eye on the naval invasions here. Are they going to break through here? They might be breaking through there, honestly. I don't understand why we don't have... We have 2 divisions here. Can you send one over there, please? Okay, we're being assaulted here again as well, but so far we're holding. That's the only naval invasion that's currently planned. And I'm hoping that, in fact, our submarines are still very green, but we've got 3 submarines that are actually sort of trained up, so we can give these a new task force, and that is going to be the 2nd submarine squadron. And this task force can already start convoy raiding in the area. We'll see how well that works, because they have plenty of naval forces stationed there. Looks like we'll be able to break here. And in that case, we might be able to cut off well, at least these 3 divisions here, which would be a start. Naval combat. Okay, so this is our submarines engaging, and yeah, look at that. they're being hunted, but they have naval bombers in the area, but we should be able to, our detection is very low, but we should be able to shoot them down, ideally. And we have sunk 2 submarines. Okay, submarines I'm not too keen on. I'm more interested in the convoys. Naval divisions are moving in. Okay, and I think we have everything here under control. And we don't really have enough divisions yet to launch further assaults, I think. But we need to sort of wait until these divisions there are in place, and we'll need to wait for this all to finish up here. Okay, there's definitely a lot of submarines out there, and I think we'll be wearing them down eventually with these naval attacks. How long is this going to take? I'm curious. Until, is this like a month or something? Until they have the manpower coming in? Because I do need to be careful not to run out of manpower, because we can't go to scraping the barrel and basically send in the children and the elderly, because we don't have enough war support. So we definitely do need to work on our war support and stability likewise. So that's another thing. And I think we have almost defeated the Swedish troops there in the north. And I'm gonna leave 1 division on the defense. Can I leave one on the defense? Yeah, and the other one crosses. That shortens the lines here. And then we hang on. This is exactly what I was afraid of. You see this? So there's a naval invasion being planned in Riga, southern Norway. So here, they're trying to land here. So we do need to defend those ports. They are already on the way, but I will probably just deputize one division here to move up and just hold that port, because that's kind of important. Where else are they landing? Northern Sweden, so probably here-ish. So we do need to already... we don't have enough divisions here. I think we are going to get... Let's get 4 divisions out of that group to create a... in fact, actually, maybe 2 divisions to hold that port. And... another 2 divisions to hold that port. Is that the right? Yes, that's the right. So we want the other 2 of that group to move down there. Okay. And we don't have an awful lot for counterattacks here, unfortunately. But we're working it out as we go. I don't know from where they're coming. We're sinking another submarine and damaging a couple of things. Submarines are still retreating here. Another naval invasion here. We're holding Helsinki, so this should be okay. But we're waiting for the backfill of troops for these newly changed divisions to make that happen. And I think we've almost got the encirclement done here. Let's just push one more forward. I am having a very, very close eye on these naval invasions. These are all submarines that we're damaging. I would love to take these convoys out with the submarines, but there's just way too many. There are way too many naval assets in the area. Yeah, sorry, we're going a little slowly because I am worried. about potential naval, about these naval, that's a lot of naval invasions all at once. And if that continues, then we'll have to definitely reinforce what we are doing here. We might, we'll leave these as free, sort of free standing. I'm not sure I'm gonna need these just yet. I might move them down to Riga for now. Just until we see where things are going here. And I don't know if we can already push here. We might need to wait for the rest of the troops to catch up, but I think we are sort of wiping them out here now. Another Greek submarine sunk, and these were more submarines. I'm looking for the convoys. Okay. And yeah, we have wiped them out there. Okay, so everyone's going into their position. This division needs to get onto the front line. You need to get on the front lines. You need to get on the front lines. You might have to pick up the slack here. Is there anybody who's not on a front line? The cavalry divisions right now. In fact, I can actually just probably walk through here, to be honest. Something like this. And then we should be done there almost. Anyone moving here? No one's moving. Marines are crossing the river. And naval invasions happening yet. We're still sinking submarines. I'm hoping that if we're pushing enough in the air that let me speed that slightly up again. If we're pushing enough in the air that this isn't going to be too bad. Western Poland, another naval invasion. Yeah, they are coming. They are coming in force. And I'm not sure if this is the Americans or the French, but they are coming in force from everywhere. And we don't really have our divisions in position. You probably take the railroad. You as well take the railway. You as well take the railway. You two, you two, you two. It's going to take longer to get there than it takes you to recover. You are almost in position. Naval divisions across yet? Not just yet. And that's more submarines that we're damaging. A couple of destroyers. And oh my gosh, look at this. 4 convoys have been attacked by submarines, and the whole fleet is out in force. We've got, what are these even? Oh, this is Swedish coastal defense ships. We've got cruisers, more cruisers. We've got 3 battleships, 4 battleships. That's crazy. Okay, let's get everybody into position. And okay, we have managed to break them here. Nice. So let's complete that and just wipe these divisions out here. And you can help from the other side, and you can help from this side, and you can help from that side. Okay, and then we'll keep advancing. But my primary concern at this point, where are you going? You're already going there. My primary concern at this point is to that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 simultaneous naval invasions. That might overwhelm our defensive forces here quite significantly. And that is something, especially that my manpower hasn't been backfilling yet. 57%. It's taking a while. That is somewhat concerning. 3 American convoys, okay. That's probably not troop convoys, but it'd be good if we could start sinking them. Okay, we'll wipe things out there, get all the troops in position and get them into their defensive line. We have captured an Ethiopian operative. Yep, that's another 3 Swedish divisions gone. And then we can continue operations there. And I hope that from the I mean, they do have the absolute naval supremacy because the sheer amount of ships operating in the area. We could start laying mines, to be honest. That might not be a terrible idea. Maybe, if the submarines prove ineffective, maybe I'll change them into mine-laying submarines. and we will see if we can make something happen there. But we start seeing a little bit about that there are divisions positioned here. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. That's more destroyers that we're attacking, and we are wiping out. Yeah, we are wiping out the last 2 Swedish divisions. There they go. That's another good set of material, like 25,000 men, and we got what is that? Like 200 rifles or something. A bunch of support equipment. Yeah, this really adds up if we can capture all this equipment. I'm gonna delete these lines, defensive lines there, and I'd rather have you on the front here and you as well. They are counterattacking us here now. Okay. Well, let's see if we can counter that push and support that from the other side. You stay where you are, and we'll see if we can push them back here since we're at it. And okay, we are actually making progress here. And the mountain divisions, where's my other one? Oh, the other one's up here. Okay, can I get the 2 mountain divisions on this line here to just clear up the rest, really? I think cavalry in the mountains is less than ideal, but we can clear up the rest there, and then we'll deal with things down here. Okay, what have we sunk? An American convoy. That is probably troops. I'm not sure if these are troops, but if these were troop convoys, that's a lot of sailors on the ground. And yeah, my submarines are just getting chased all over the Baltic. So I think, and that's another American convoy sunk. I think going from the air, the submarines are not going to be super effective, honestly. It looks like they're not going to be able to do much. So I think the last thing we do for this episode, is we are going to change. We're going to create a mine-laying submarine, and I can really just use the early submarine hull for that, because all I need is. In fact, let's check actually, because the more modern submarines might be able to do a little more in that regard. So that needs torpedoes, obviously. But here we could just put that snorkel radar. We can do that like this, and that could become a. I mean, we've got the raw material, really. So this could become a mine layer submarine. That is we have called it the Kalev, so let's call this one the Kalev M until I find a better name for it. There we go. So we'll change that into that. We'll finish up the last one, and then we'll get the dockyards shifted over into mine laying. And in fact, okay, my submarines are actually in combat while training because they're just getting intercepted. Okay, they can't mine lay, so stop the training missions. These guys can do mine laying. So some of these actually have mine laying capacity. So let's just start mine laying in the upper Baltic with the submarines and see what we can do there. And we probably will be able to cut off a couple of things here. This might be a good. We'll see if we can get through there. Maybe with some assistance. I think that Swedish division, we can break them. And we also get the mountaineers coming in as well. Okay. So I think for this episode, that'll be that. There are a lot of Americans here as well. Yeah, this doesn't tell me if these are troop convoys or non-troop convoys, but we are being chased away consistently by their navy. And while we do have we have focused the air here. Why are we being shot down en route to target? Is that because of these guys? That might be. Not an awful lot I can do about that, unfortunately, because we do have escorts out, but yeah, mission efficiency isn't great, and we're losing planes, I think, mostly en route actually, but there's not an awful lot we can do about that. So yeah, let's just leave it at that for today, and in the next episode we'll see what all these massive naval invasions are going to be doing, and if we can do anything at this point to prevent that from happening. How much manpower we're going to have left after all these changes, and yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at in the next episode. Until then, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.